Usually when it comes to any of the squatters, when I walk in, because I don't want to give them my real name.
Do you come in locked?
No, I do not. And I don't advise anybody to do so. I don't say that you shouldn't bring something with you. Once you come walking in with weapons, game over. Because now you're threatening.
You always tell me that you don't understand my real estate investing strategy. I'm just trying to go to where people like to live and I can afford to invest. Where is an area in Indianapolis, in your experience walking the streets, that you would never, ever own real estate?
Welcome back to another episode of the Roots Podcast. I'm Tyler Lingle, joined by my co-host Max Moore. Today we have Steve Lehman on the show.
If you don't know him as Steve, you might know him as the grumpy real estate investor. He's genuinely one of my favorite real estate Instagram follows. If you don't follow him, you have to. His videos are hilarious. Tyler and I were genuinely rolling, going through his feed. He has a video where just go watch it. It's at the top of his feed. You have to have it organically. Steve is out in Indy neighborhoods literally all day long. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that knows these neighborhoods like he does. He's seen all the horror stories. He's seen the upsides, but probably more of the bad sides than anything else. Originally from Chicago, he spent over a decade investing there, from tax sales and distressed properties to turnkeys, flips, wholesales. Spent a lot of time in the trucking industry. Well-rounded. He's got a lot of wisdom and genuinely just a funny guy to be around. Steve, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We start every show with a quick planting roots session. So just diving right into some interesting questions. So I want to know, if you were to start over in Indianapolis with $25,000, what's the first move you'd make?
I would be investing in stocks. That's where I would put all the money. Then I'd learn about real estate, and I'd go find, the wholesalers, and I'd find people like Surya or somebody like that, those kind of clubs, those kind of things. And, but I would invest that money in stocks, let it start working its thing, and then
I'd go blow it.
I wouldn't go blow it. Nope. Now, if I was 20 years old, yeah, absolutely, I'd go blow it. I'd go spending it on whatever I could find. A car, doesn't matter. Back in my day, cars were $10,000, so it was easy to get a nice car.
So get educated first.
Yeah, get educated first. That's the main priority as far as I care with anything. Your education is going to be the most important thing. If you don't get educated, it's pointless to do. I see a lot of people out here trying to do this
Playing
stuff.
with fire.
Yeah. And are there people who get more educated than they probably should? Yeah. They bring the education too far without doing anything. So does that make sense? So it's like,
Don't sit on the sidelines.
right. They just rather sit on the sidelines and read a book. And it's like, well, that's great unless you put that foot forward and go fall on your faces.
Correct.
It's the only way to learn. It's the only way I learned. I learned the hard way.
I think knowledge is free. Action costs money.
Yep.
And it's like $25K probably isn't enough to get going, which is why we keep it at that measure. So there's alternatives. I love the stock, get some knowledge.
Yeah, I'd make that money work for me. What I know now, absolutely, all day long. I'd have that money floating around the stock market right now and just accumulating money.
Yeah, I love that. Question 2, if you had one free billboard in Indy for a week, what would it say?
It wouldn't say anything. It'd be a laughing emoji. It would be just a laughing emoji.
I love it.
And that's what it would.
That one.
No,
Driving around 465, just a
just a laughing
That would brighten
emoji.
everyone's day.
It would.
It's either gonna
emoji.
make you laugh or you're gonna go, what? What's that supposed to mean?
I have to hear the backstory on that one.
It's because I put laughing emojis on everything on Facebook, and it drives people insane.
You don't know how to read it.
in the comment threads.
Because it's I got to the point where I'm not going to comment anymore. I'm just going to put a laughing emoji. and the thing is, I have people who follow me, right?
Wow.
And when I put a laughing emoji, it means that I found something in that poster's thing and it says there's something wrong with that property. You got to go find it, but I found something that you guys need to be aware about.
Ooh.
Like a lot of these people will put on, they'll say, hey, this is a off-market deal, when actually it's on the market.
Laughing emoji.
Laughing emoji. Gets a laughing emoji.
It's a little Easter egg.
People who like to advertise their cars, their
post.
Oh, no.
right, there you go. But people who like to advertise their cars and their automobiles on real estate investment posts gets a laughing emoji. Seriously. Now, I know that those people have it through however they're marketing it, right? But still, if it's landing on that page, it's real estate, not cars, but you have to have a car to get around. No, it doesn't matter.
Breaking the ground.
And it's driven certain people nuts. I mean, literally, it's driven people nuts when I do that.
Next question. If you had one word to describe Indy, what would it be?
Friendly. friendly, without question.
Yeah.
When I
love
came
that.
here from Chicago, I had to tone it down. It's a lot of attitude, a lot of, it's aggressive in Chicago. You move fast. It's like here, boom, boom, boom.
I didn't know
Indy's a
before
little
today
bit
that you
slower.
were from Chicago.
Really?
And now it explains everything.
Okay. and it usually does. Once I say I'm from Chicago, oh yeah, okay, yeah,
That's great. I mean that.
No, I get it. Trust me, I've heard it all my life. It's just that it's friendly down here, and I have to tone it. I'm still trying to tone it down. So,
Yeah.
but every
Don't
now
tone it down.
every now and then, my Chicago will definitely come out, and it's like, hey, what?
Yeah.
So,
Indy needs a little Chicago every now and then.
I think it does. I think it needs somebody to be aggressive every now and then, kind of
We're a little
shake
kid-friendly
things up.
sometimes.
Yeah.
be.
But I mean, moving down here is probably the best thing for me. So it really kind of made me see things in a different light, which was good.
Go Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoosier by choice. I love it. Friendly. That's an awesome response.
That's a really good one.
Except I'm still a Bears fan. No Colts.
Can agree to disagree there. Let's jump in. Let's get right into the meat of the episode. Where is an area in Indianapolis, in your experience walking the streets, that you would never, ever own real estate?
Marcel.
That's what I said.
Marcel.
That's what you said.
Ever. And it started out back in 2012. I went down to Mars Hill looking at a property. I was standing at this property, and the neighbor came up behind me. He goes, "You gonna buy that property?" I go, "Thinking about it. I don't know. Still looking it over, looking in the neighborhood." And he goes, "Well, make sure none of them darkies are getting there." I go, look back at him. I said, "What?" He goes, "Make sure none of them darkies." I go, What darky? What are you talking about? Right? And I knew what he meant. And that ever since then, I was like, never, ever again.
That is Mars Hill.
It is Mars Hill. And is it all the people in Mars Hill?
No, there's good people in
not.
Mars Hill,
There's
right?
great people in Mars Hill. There is,
Right.
without question. But
And then people are going to shame us in this episode. Oh, you're talking about shit. Would you move to Mars Hill? Like, I want to see them put their money where their mouth is.
right, exactly.
No,
You're
they
moving
would
to
never.
No, you're not. And it drove a sense into me that I was like, you know what, this is the neighborhood. And as I drove around the neighborhood, it got to the point where I was like, yeah, I get it now. I understand it.
Yeah.
So
And we can sell houses in Mars Hill. I just want to make sure we're not steering people.
no,
have to put that disclaimer on there.
People
wanna break the law here.
can go and buy in Mars Hill all day long if they
Right.
want. You know, I'm just saying that this was my own personal
Right.
situation that happened.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. And and he was serious. And it was just like, wow.
Yeah. You have that, when you have that bad gut feeling about an area.
And I'm like, you
gotta
just
follow.
Yeah. And every time I go to Mars Hill, I think about that, and I'm just I cringe every time I go.
Flip the coin. Where is somewhere that you've stumbled upon? You're like, I would buy here, but maybe nobody else would.
There's a section over in 46218 on Parker Drive.
Okay.
On Parker Street. And it's actually a little pocket, and I'm just not going to say it because I like it. So it's a little section over there.
That's on the east side.
It is, yeah. It's one of the best little streets that I've come across. Everybody's takes care of their homes. Everybody watches over each other. Everybody just
There's
it's
a lot
really,
of garages over there too. Single families. Yeah, I own a few houses over there.
Yeah, there's
A place where I don't shut up about to you.
there's a it really is. It's nice and it's peaceful, and it's just a little pocket. And
Yeah.
it's like, nope, this is mine. Not mine. I shouldn't say that. It's not right. It's the area that I would.
Got a good neighborhood
Be in,
feel.
yes, it does.
Amidst the rough and tumble of the Near East Side.
Yep.
Well, it's looking for the sticker price that is affordable, that has growth opportunity with a community too. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
And Indy has a couple
yeah.
like that. And that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I try to go. You always tell me that you don't understand my real estate investing strategy. I'm just trying to go to where people like to live and I can afford to invest.
Oh, sure.
That's what you should do.
Absolutely. You want to go that direction, and you want to be able to get into those places at an affordable price as an investor, right? And you want to create a community that homeowners are going to want to get into that they can afford. I mean, nowadays it's difficult out there. Let's be honest. I mean, you're a younger generation, and the younger generation can't afford these houses. They just can't anywhere. So
What I want to know is, you said we were talking about it before the show, and you said you've had a hand in all the big wholesalers, Mainstay, Simple, all the big names in real estate investing, and you've touched their business in some way and helped
some
them
way, somehow, yeah.
because you were investing before they did this.
Right. We were there. My business partners at the time was FS Houses, Ryan and Ashley Mullen, and we were already starting a turnkey company back then. So when we started doing that, we Ryan and Ashley put together a meetup, and they were having these meetups. So everybody started coming to these meetups, and lo and behold, everybody was starting to come in, and the Manship showed up. Will Hall showed up from New Paradox, Ben Grice, Ben Buys Houses, all the big names. But they weren't big names at the time. They were all just starting out. We were cash buyers, so we were buying their product for them. So it all worked out that way.
But my question is, what is the biggest change you've seen in Indianapolis since investing back then, 2015, pre-2015, to now? How has the game changed?
It's changed because of affordability. It's just not, everybody's like, oh, Indianapolis is affordable. Sure, if you're from California and you've got $1 million homes, you come to Indy, it's not really as affordable. The spreads we were getting was 10% if we were like cash on cash, right? We were getting 10, 12% returns. And now you can't really get that. You're now down to 7%, and then is it bad? No, it's not necessarily bad, but you're not getting it, that spreads. We were buying houses for $2,500 from tax sale, right? And turning around, we'd sink 15 into them, 30 into them, turn around and sell them for 80, sell them as a turnkey property. And then, of course, the market went through the roof and everything. But after that, when things have settled down, it got a little tougher. It got saturated. It got oversaturated. A lot of people from out of state were coming in here. They're starting to drive up areas. There's a place called Bean Creek. All the California people back in 2015, 16,
Sold
17, they started coming in there.
And they came out.
And that area was, and I'm still mad at them, because that was a solid 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes.
They ruined it.
And $600 at the time. You could buy properties for like $40,000, and they were cash flowing like crazy. And then these guys all came in, and of course,
$200K for a Bean Creek house.
Right.
I mean,
I've sold many of them for $200K.
Right, absolutely. But that's where it has all gone, and it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good for the neighborhood. And it's good for the investors. So, but it kind of has.
Do you think Indianapolis is in a price bubble?
Oh, I've always thought that. Yeah, since 2018. I think
That's a hot take.
2020 to 2023, everything went through the roof, and I think that it just increased too fast, way too fast for what it should have. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, we juiced up for sure. It's going to have a recoil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to.
I hope it doesn't go down.
It's not going down. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to go down. All right.
It'd be hard for it to go down.
What it will do is it'll dip. It's going to probably dip at best 5%, if even that.
The question is if the dip didn't already happen.
Exactly. And it already might have. And who knows what's with these interest rates.
Because if they lower those rates.
Going on, right. Exactly. It's all what the
I
bond
wonder if
market
all
does.
the out-of-state investors come marching back in. If rates
That's
lower.
my concern. I think we have an affordability problem as it is, and if investors come in and start driving up them prices again, it's going to hurt.
I think a lot learned the lesson.
Yeah, I think.
I hope.
But there's people who are pushing out there that shouldn't be pushing certain stuff. So kind of drives me nuts.
What's the after effect to the out-of-state investors? I got started, I'm only 24, got started in 2020 investing. It's like, I feel like I'm on the back end of the craze. Like I see out-of-state investors today, and I know the like negligence on the properties, but I haven't seen it in mass strides. What do you feel like the big?
Honestly, I think the out-of-state investors are going to come no matter what, because bigger pockets and stuff like that are pushing Indianapolis. So they're going to be here. And they're still going to get caught up in the situations, and I've already been watching it. These people get caught in situations that they can't get from underneath. And then they're promised these big things, and nothing comes to fruition.
Like a turnkey provider.
Turnkey, whether it be a turnkey provider, whether it be a wholesaler, whether it be a realtor, who are all promising them this, oh yeah, it's going to go up in price. Fountain Square, Fountain Square, Fountain Square. Everything's near Fountain Square. If it's not near Fountain Square, it's not worth buying. I mean, that was the thing. It's
That was the thing.
It really was. It was like Fountain Square this, Fountain Square that.
It became a cliche.
It was just aggravating. And I forgot who it was. One of the guys got a shirt that says near Fountain Square. So I mean, it's that's how dumb it is. And if if it gets too far, again, it just goes back to the affordability issues. I don't know if that actually answers your question or not. But
If you're getting in right now, where are you looking in Indy?
if I thought about this. I thought if I start over, if I start completely over,
Put yourself in.
where
our
am I
shoes,
going?
yeah.
Because actually, I got a friend who is currently kind of stepping back into the game. He left in 2019, and he's coming back in. And I think it's multifamily. I do. But I don't think Indy's the place for it. I think you got to go outside of Indy to go for multifamily.
Outside as in Anderson or outside
No,
as in Louisville?
outside is in Louisville, Cincinnati. I think you got better opportunities out in those locations. But
more
it's-
supply?
Yeah, more supply. Chicago, areas like that. Granted, it's not landlord friendly in Illinois, but it's still more lucrative
See, I disagree because I think the appreciation will be better here.
than Chicago or Cincinnati.
Maybe not Chicago, but Louisville. Those are like
Louisville's-
1800s.
No, and I
They're
agree.
falling apart.
I agree. I have a sister-in-law who's down in Louisville flipping houses and stuff like that, and things are getting a little slow down there. So, from my understanding. So,
I just wonder, like, I know Indy because it's the horse I'm betting on, right?
Sure.
And so there is blind spots there.
Yeah, I don't know anywhere else.
Right. But I mean, my whole thought with multifamily is buy multifamily, make it cash flow something. You don't want to be losing money.
Right.
And then ride that appreciation. So
Sure.
broad duplex. They're expensive. Don't get me wrong. $350, $450 even. However, when you rent it for $2,000 and you get a great tenant who pays on time, they actually say sentences to you and talk to you like a human. And then it's worth $550. Oh, okay. Pretty good. That's my favorite investment. Right
yeah,
there.
but it's got a cash flow. That's the key.
It's got a cash flow.
It's
but
got a
you just
it's
put
got
more
a
equity
cash
in the
flow.
deal if you can. Right? Anything will cash flow if you put enough equity in the deal.
Yeah, you said start over.
But if you're
okay.
starting over, it's not going to
you
be
just
that.
did
It's not
100K.
going to be that easy,
You just
right?
take
So
100K.
you need to-
I would actually put it in stocks and wait till it's 100K and then start. No, I don't know if I'd do that. I'm just spitballing.
There are other avenues to invest, but if I'm investing in Indy, it's going to be. I would start like wholetailing. That's kind of where I would take
I
it.
like that.
a good answer.
You go buying houses, you fix them up a little, just do a little bit to them,
Clean 'em out.
and kick them out back on market, and that's
Make a lot of money doing that.
And I think, I think there's good amount of money to be made, and you're kind of investing. You're not wholesaling, you're wholetailing.
Right, you're executing.
I've never
on
been
the
a fan of
purchase.
the name wholetailing, but it does make sense that you got that going on, and when you clear it out, you clean it out, you sell it as is, make some minor repairs. I think there's a good way to make money.
There are some major companies that crush at wholetailing, and the things that I see them do, because we'll walk it with first-time home buyers, where they're buying them in mass production. They're renting a 90-yard dumpster, clearing the thing out, painting it a light color,
Sure.
ripping all the blinds off,
Yep.
making that thing as bright as possible, putting a nice fancy door lock on the way in, changing door handles out, and then that's it.
That's
Yeah.
Maybe cleaning the furnace if it needs it.
and people don't see that. And
Yeah,
I know
little landscaping goes a long way.
There's one guy, a SEAL. He goes out and he fixes these houses up, but he doesn't. It's like he goes to Kmart, and I'm dating myself, Walmart or something, picks up some cheap little stuff, but it makes it look nice
Yeah.
and clean. And he turns around and he sells them for like
Yeah.
an extra $40,000.
Right.
And to me, I'm like, and he's got such a knack for it. He really does. He's just got this vision when he walks into those houses. I'm just like, man,
Have fun.
I'm jealous when
That's
it comes down to
crushing.
it, because I'm just like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've recently interacted with a SEAL landscaping. He was recommended for me for landscaping.
Okay,
He had a good vision with it.
that's good.
He did one of my duplexes.
Yep, and that's what I'm. Yeah, he's definitely got an eye for things.
He's
so.
a good follow.
Yeah.
A SEAL on Instagram. He has cool aesthetic photos and all that of his
yeah.
houses he's done.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'll have to check them out.
cool.
I think wholetailing's huge. I've got a lot of people that I run into cold calling, trying to get those deals. The way I like it is going and chasing expireds.
Yeah,
It's like, what didn't sell?
and that's
why didn't it
That's
sell?
the route that I take, is looking at expireds, looking at the tax sale properties. And when looking at the tax sale properties, like the list I got out now for the October tax sale, start chasing those.
You just start hitting to the sellers.
Start hitting up the sellers,
Yeah.
because yes, they're going to they have 12 months to redeem.
Yeah.
So if you hit them up now and continue to hit them up and up and up and up, those who don't redeem are going to need to sell. And if you can get, they can
That's what
sell
I've
it.
heard.
So
What get technical? How do you find the seller's contact information?
just like anything else, I just use Spokio or something like that.
One of those softwares.
Yes, exactly.
There's a million of them. Okay.
Yeah. You're just finding the tax sale lists online or
Yep.
newspaper.
Yeah,
It's online.
It's all online. Marion County's online, so it's
There's a
a
Hendricks County one too.
gov.ease or something like, or govease dot something. Something, but yeah.
But the tax sale kind of sucks because you got to just wait to see if they redeem.
So that's the problem with the tax sale, and you have to buy quite a few properties to make it lucrative. So you
Right.
can't just go in there going, "I'm going to buy one property and I'm going to get."
You're
away
buying a
with this."
few.
You have to
some are
buy
going to be duds.
right because you got to realize that the majority of them are going to get redeemed. So once they're redeemed, you get your money back plus any interest you make. Right.
Right.
But that's the problem. You're going to lose that. But the ones that you get are going to be lucrative. So say you go in, you buy 100, let's just say, and you're only going to get 30 of them. So you're going to lose 70% of them.
You got to be doing it at scale for it to be worth it. Is what I'm hearing.
You have to be.
Not for like the loan. What about the loan guys? Like, I won't buy one flip.
Yeah, no. No. It's and for
love that answer.
and for them, it's what you need to do, or those people need to do, is send postcards and continue to send postcards. And postcards, call them, do whatever, start making contact. Postcards, I always like postcards. I'm not a big cold caller or anything like that, but postcards, that kind of stuff. Send a letter, send a nice little letter saying, "Hey, I understand you're going through your troubles here. If you think about selling, I know your property sold at tax sale, but you still have options."
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And it's just like with anything else, you're fighting an uphill battle. You're going to be fighting through the noise of 10, 15 other people, saying the same exact things to them. It's just marketing, getting your foot in the door.
And that's the way the one-offs need to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go to sale and take your chances.
Yeah, you're going to get crushed.
But in all actuality, you getting that property, and the thing is that you're buying the lien. You're not buying the property, so you can't go to that property. You can't board it up. You could if you wanted to. But
Tax sale or sheriff sale?
tax sale. Sheriff sale is completely different now. Sheriff sale, you can go to sheriff sale and you can get the property right then and there.
Right.
Right. So,
But you might not know what you're buying, right?
unless you go look at it and make sure
You can't get in.
No, you can't get in. You can stand on the sidewalk and look at it.
Well, let's get into that. What happened when you stood on the sidewalk and looked at a house here recently?
I had a big telescope, and that's what I had. And then I just go
Telescope. Wow, I have not.
So,
you heard it here first. Telescopes.
telescopes.
Scoping out the sheriff's
That's
sale.
right. Sheriff
Is
sale
the sheriff
properties.
sale in Indy any good?
Not anymore. No, I usually Dave Short was the big sheriff sale person, so I always ask him how it's going, and he's like, it's not going very well, and it's not that, at least for his purposes. It's just too many people there
For making money.
Yeah,
Which Dave clearly knows how to do.
the numbers are not there for flipping and stuff like that.
Okay, so loan off flipping doesn't really work. Multifamily go to Louisville. What are we supposed to do?
Here in
Sit
Indy?
on our hands?
Yeah, I think you've
You've really
pivoted
striked out
everywhere
everything. Wholesaling.
That's because I'm a deal killer. So that's it.
Wholesaling you did honor. You said that one works.
Yep. No, flipping houses. People want to buy some single family homes and start that way. But if you can buy single family homes, I think starting out with ranch homes, the 1950 build, that kind of properties,
I love
places
those
in
as a flip.
Cumberland, those kind of houses. Even by Poston 38th, which I swore I'd never say, but I'm saying it now. So I have no problem stepping back on my words. That area over there has got some solid little properties over there that you can make some good cash flow on.
Yeah.
You pick them up for 70,000, 80,000.
If you're listing a ranch for $250 that looks cute, it's going to sell.
Oh yeah,
That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Almost no matter where it is.
Yep.
It's crazy.
For sure. And I don't know, it's just they're simpler and easier to maintain.
Right.
Compared to if you have your 2-story 1930 build sitting over at Rule and 10th.
Right.
It's just a pain in the butt to maintain. It is. I know because I've owned them. So they're not the funnest. They're not the funnest.
Yeah, I had a quad on Tacoma.
I was going to say.
There you go.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Shared utilities, meters. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
Right? Action versus knowledge. Learned a lot.
No, but
Didn't even think to ask about meters before I bought it.
Right. But see, here's the thing. You did it. You stepped out. You stepped out and you did it instead of just reading a book.
Correct.
You stepped out and did it.
And now you have this big, beautiful blue duplex. This
There
new
you go.
duplex.
And you bought one of the new ones, right?
I do want his opinion on those.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to be offended.
No, it's totally fine.
I'm really not going to be offended. I know.
You're talking the new duplexes, right?
Yeah, I've already rented it. I'm pretty sure I have a decent opinion on it.
And you got, what's your rents?
Bottom, 1,800. Top is not rented. I just furnished it.
Okay. Airbnb?
Medium term.
Okay. Midterm. Okay. Is it you couldn't get long term on it because you didn't try, or
I got long term on the bottom.
No, on the bottom, but the top you
didn't try.
Okay, so you didn't try. So we'll take that out of the equation. If you're looking at just strictly long term for both sides, it's going to be tough at 1,800. That's why I don't think it's lucrative in the long run.
Right
now, you're doing brand new builds and single family homes. Lanier, I saw Lanier right now is posting something about for investment properties, and I'm going, yeah. The thing with that is that you have brand new build houses. That's great and fine and dandy, but tenants tear things apart. And guess what? Yeah, that $1,800 you're getting right now, right off the bat, because everything's new. It's all brand new. Wait till the tenant tears it apart, and then you're going back in having to fix everything up. It's no longer new. Are you going to get the 1,800? No, you probably see that 1,800 dip a little bit, and there's you only may get 17. But even if it goes down $50, that alters all your numbers.
Isn't that for all rentals though?
No, not necessarily, because let's say I have a 1930 duplex, right? And I just put rental grade into it. I already know what kind of materials I'm putting into it, and I already know exactly what.
Yeah, but the materials they use aren't like hardwoods and stuff that gets torn. Like it's LVP flooring.
Yeah. It can still be torn up though. Tenants are an amazing group of people that I've seen them tear up things that, oh my God, it just was.
No, you're totally right. My goal is to only hold it for 2 to 3 turns and sell it.
I think for the long term on new builds, I don't think it's lucrative. So I think in 5 years, I just don't see the benefit.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. The issue I am seeing is they're building 10 in a row, and they all go up for rent at the same time, and it's a race to the bottom.
Yeah, I know the section over there. That's over in Fountain Square. I see it.
There's multiple of them.
Multiple sections.
No, I know.
Guilford, Riverside.
Yeah. The Riverside one too is
but they actually have rented them for the most part.
No, that's good. That's good.
It did take a little bit, but here's the only perspective shift I might have is I'm very curious to see the medium term results because obviously the rent rate's higher, and those tenants, every time I've had one, and I've asked a lot of people, they treat them pretty well. I've literally these travel nurses
travel nurses.
Travel nurses.
They don't treat them like home. They treat them like
long
hotel.
term and midterm are two different animals as far as I care. So, and short term, right? They're all different. The midterm, because those people aren't actually like living there. That's not going to be their permanent address. Right. Where the long term, that's a permanent address. Right. And what you want to do with that is you want to keep those people in there as long as possible.
Literally.
Right? You want to keep them.
But you would hope the new would be sticky.
So since it's brand new, you would figure you should be able to keep them in there for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully they're going to stay for 5 years.
But I don't think they are sticky enough because they don't have a garage, street parking. They actually have a back driveway, which is great. And they are set up like in apartments. Like you walk in, you're like, this is an apartment.
Oh, shoot.
So I am worried about turnover. And someone mentioned that to me. They're like, you're going to get killed on turnover.
That's a possibility.
And
not
I'm
at first.
Very curious.
What's funny is their ideology is that turnover will be less. It's actually like genuinely in the build.
And that's what you would think with a brand new build, that you got somebody who just moved in there. They're going to stay and remain in that house. And hopefully they're taking care of it like the midterms. Now, a midterm, they're not there enough. And again, they're not going to tear it apart because
it's a place to lay their head.
Yep.
But I did ask the tenants if they would sign a 2-year lease. They said no.
And said no.
You got
why? I was like, you're not staying.
Wait a second. So
I was leasing in August. Dude. I was just like, get someone in.
If I'm leasing and I get a brand new place to move into, and you ask me for a 2-year lease and you're going to charge me $1,800, I'd knock you down on price a little bit.
I did try.
Okay, and go that route.
They said no, even when I knocked down the price.
See why? That's dumb.
I'm going for 2-year leases on everything.
You have
right
to.
now.
But then again, my mind says, a little different now. I mean, I guess if I was younger I still would take it
want the 2 years.
because it's brand new.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I don't know. Who knows?
When I
Who knows?
rented, I stayed a year, and I beat the hell out of the place. And then I moved on.
See,
and then I beat the hell out of that place.
And it also goes to like animals. Do you have animals in there and dogs? We're in Indianapolis. You got to have dogs,
way.
right? You can't say no animals. And it's like, well, really? I mean,
Right.
yeah, everybody's got a dog somehow, some way, or some sort of animal.
Cat that gets away.
And you next thing you know, you got 3 or 4 dogs sitting in there because as we said off camera, that that one person who wound up having 3 dogs in my one unit. And my maintenance guy walked in there and said, "Really? 3? Okay. I don't think you're supposed to have 3."
Got to charge up for it.
But not all tenants tear everything up. They don't. Right. Some tenants. I mean, I got a guy who's got a person. He's been in there for 15 years now. Loves the place. Takes care of the place. Actually makes his own repairs.
Do you raise the rents?
No, when you got a person in there long enough, you learn not to touch those rents, or if you do raise them, you raise them because of property taxes.
Very conservatively.
You don't jack them through the roof.
No, you don't.
I have a tenant who I did raise just a little bit up, but it was as a result of the dog thing.
Yeah.
I got,
Sure.
Preventative maintenance report came in. Actually, I didn't even need the PMR on that. He told me straight up. He's like, I'm getting a second dog. My girlfriend's moving in. She has a cat. And I said, whoa. I said, okay, that's a big shift.
Right.
Like extra occupancy. Let's go $50 more. Dog,
Sure.
cat, another 50. And he was like, game. And then I was like, by the way, you want to sign a 2-year lease? He's like, absolutely. So I'm okay with
There you
it.
go. That's a win.
And that's a win-win, right, for everybody.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody for long term, like I picked up a property for $30,000, right, over on the old south side. I had it for 10 years. Yeah, just about 10 years. They were in there the whole time. They were already previously in there for 10 years.
It's
right?
wild.
So,
Sheesh.
and I didn't start raising the rents until the property taxes started to go up. So I had this from 2014 or 15. No, 14. So 10 years. Yeah, because I just got rid of it. 2014. So, and I've had them in there the whole entire time. They're paying $600. And I was fine with it. Why?
Yeah.
Because I bought it for $30,000.
Right.
I wasn't making any repairs.
Yeah, you're like,
What'd you sell it for?
Sold that one for $90. Just offloaded it and dumped it. So
Not bad. Can live off that in a year.
10 years, tripled your price.
And they paid on time, and I raised
Buy yourself a year.
I raised the rent up to about $700
On the way
because of
up.
property taxes and stuff like that.
Dang. You know what actually pisses me off more than anything else? I'm in the midst of selling a lot of tenanted homes. So getting to see so many different things. There are the tenants that you're describing that have been there forever, won't sign a lease, but they pay the first of every month.
Yep.
Something goes wrong, they're the first person at Lowe's to fix it. They send you pictures of the Lowe's receipts, and all these dang investors come in and say, I want you to get him out before closing. And it takes a little bit of my soul.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
And honestly, I'm like, hey, by the way, they're selling. Most likely you're going to get out. And also, here's my card.
You're right.
Because I have a vacancy over here coming up. Please call me so that I can keep you in my
Takes a
orbit.
little bit of your soul out.
It does. It
Established life. And it's just like,
it hurts.
That's what you gotta buy.
Find another. I always get them asking
Buy
me
the
if I
dang
got a
house.
place for them, and it's like, no, I don't.
They're always asking.
No.
they're always asking.
We just sound like we slammed these people. They're always asking.
They are. I mean,
They are always asking.
but they hear the sellers selling and like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
selling a $500,000 duplex right now. And the person doesn't want to talk to me because they're terrified that they're getting kicked out. And I'm like, I know who's buying it. And I'm assuring them that they're not getting
Right.
Yeah.
And even still in that reactivity. What are the most common ways wholesalers take advantage of new people?
Of new people, they don't tell them everything. They don't. They don't necessarily always lie, but they don't.
They
tell
leave
them.
out
They
key
leave out
details.
exactly. So
Conveniently.
a huge tree root that grew through the basement accidentally didn't get into a photo.
Right.
Nobody really knew about it except the wholesaler and the seller.
Right.
I walked in there doing an evaluation, and I asked the seller, and I go, "How long has that been there?" "Oh yeah, it's a $30,000 repair from blah 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 company." And I go, Nobody said a word about it to nobody other than, so how did you already know the repair? $30,000 repair.
That's a footnote.
All right, exactly. So it's things like that. And my big thing is get eyes on properties, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. And just do that. You always have to have eyes on your properties. And I say it in my videos, you get these people on YouTube or whatever going, I buy sight unseen. Bull. You're not bull. You got somebody putting some eyes on it.
Yeah.
You have to have people put eyes on it. I don't care who has to put eyes on it.
Right.
Get somebody to put eyes on it.
Wholesalers teaching wholesalers how to wholesale, saying, I don't put eyes on it.
Yeah, new wholesalers teaching new wholesalers drives me nuts.
Oh, that
Because it's
jerk
like,
off is ridiculous.
I did 2 deals. Great, congratulations.
Congrats.
You know, yay for you. And yet you don't know what a bad title is when it goes south on you.
Yeah.
All this non-refundable stuff drives me insane. Because
that's their game.
I know.
It's just duping people. It's terrible.
It's here. This is you have to put up $5,000. I've seen a $10,000 non-refundable now, and I go in my head. I go $10,000 non-refundable. How much non-refundable did you give to the seller? Did you give him $10,000? Because how can you expect me to pay you $10,000? Oh, but all the marketing I did, and I don't care. That's a business expense.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. It's not for me to pay your business expenses.
I'm not giving anyone non-refundable earnest money.
And
a bad decision.
And the thing is that anytime we bought properties and we'd have these arguments with these wholesalers, we're buying the properties.
Yeah.
If we're saying we're buying it, we're buying it. We're not
I would and have done non-refundable when I toured it, preferably with the contractor.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the floor joists. You know, I got in the attic, I looked at the foundation.
Yep.
But that's after reading 50 inspection reports.
Yes.
Chump off the block should never sign his name on that contract.
Correct.
Heck no.
Exactly.
At all. Before sending the contract, before
Someone's got to go in there and look at it. And yeah, it's the people who put out and they go, okay, yeah, I'll just put down the $5,000 non-refund. I'm not even gonna look at the property, sight unseen. And then, you know, I'm sure some of these deals have gone south, and I know certain wholesalers have kept the money. So it's like, is it worth losing? Is it worth losing a $5,000, $10,000? Not me.
Yeah.
No.
I'll walk back and say I won't do non-refundable if I haven't personally been in the property or had somebody like Steve go and vet the place for me.
And you know, my big thing, even when I do the non-refundable, it is going to be on the aspects of the title being clean. The title has to come back clear, right? We have any problems with title.
People are not educated on the title issues.
Right. So if title comes back
screwed.
Yeah.
We
So-
just a little short anecdote. And we'll take the blame for this. We had a guy figure out he got something in the mail from Marion County saying you're delinquent on $9,000 of property taxes. He was like, "What? I've been paying. My lender's been paying." We find out it transferred, and it was a duplex that split, and he only bought one side.
Yep.
But he paid for the whole.
But during the transaction,
Seller ghosted us.
yeah.
Oh,
Ghosted.
geez.
But it was a big deal during the transaction.
Yeah.
To have them, that they were selling them both everywhere.
It was in the BLC written everywhere. Both. It's both. We're like, how did title not do this?
Yeah.
How did title not title?
Right. How to title on a title. And it happens sometimes, you know. I mean,
So you got to put both addresses, just
Both legal
FYI.
descriptions.
Yeah, and
tax
when
IDs.
it comes to duplexes and they're being split and everything, you got to really make sure that stuff has been done properly.
I hate
Some
when
sort
they-
of condo association
I'm
recorded.
kind of sick of that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Why are they split?
The reparceling pisses me off.
With duplexes.
Pisses me
Why
off.
are they split?
Why is that?
I like them better as duplexes, and I like them better as a fan of the marketplace of duplexes. I just hate it when I see one, and then they get up for $400K and they sit on the BLC for 290.
That's what I'm saying.
days.
Why are they split?
They're
What
not even
advantage?
selling?
Well, the advantage is this. So I buy it for $100,000, right? And if I can split both of them, that means the one
the
side's
areas.
paying all my expenses, the other side's pure profit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I thought it was just they could just sell it for 50 G's more if they.
Oh,
split
you
it.
could do that too. You could, but
the right area.
but
Right,
people
right.
don't think of it that way. Some people
They sell off one and keep
some
one as a
people
rental.
Some people said, I read this book on flipping, you know.
Right. There are lenders, most lenders, many of lenders will not lend that split. They want it put back together.
Yeah,
because
That's
of
what
the
happened
issues.
with us.
No,
We
but
got
I-
the loan through,
Yeah, I know,
but it wasn't done.
you guys did everything right except
I-
for write one sentence in the purchase agreement.
Yeah, and that's all it takes. But
numbers.
if that title work's not done and it's not done properly, and something goes astray, or title finds something on it that nobody has discussed or talked about, you just don't want it.
Yeah.
And you're going to give me my money back.
And like you said, falls back on you or not.
Otherwise,
the
you
2 dang numbers.
don't give me my money back. I just go do Chicago
I
stuff.
got to pay someone's property taxes.
Ugh.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, I
We'll
hope
see
not
what
too.
happens in court.
I hope that gets solved.
We'll see.
Good luck on that. Well, I want to switch gears. I want to hit our game show, Roots Ranks. Were you about to do some little drum roll, a beat in?
We need to do a drum roll. All right.
Drum roll.
We're not going to be cute like the Bigger Pockets guys.
Yeah. we don't have any slang terms here. Roots Ranks. We this game show is going to be all about investing types. You shared before we got on the air that there's a lot of different investments that you do that you like, and I want to see where you rank them. The trick is, though, when you say where they're at 1 through 5, if you put something at 3, it has to stay in stone at 3.
Okay.
So you don't know what's coming next.
Okay.
And we'll see where you put them all together. And then also defend your answer without knowing what the next one is. So when you say 3, tell me why 3. Number 1, insurance investing. Where do you rank it? 1 through 5.
Insurance investing is number 4. And number 4 is because it's good to have. It's good passive income, and it's not even necessarily income coming in. It's just you have it stashed away, and it creates interest. And no matter what the market does, up or down, doesn't matter what it's doing. I'm creating, like I had an insurance policy for my grandparents since I've been 18 years old. I'm 55 now. So it created 4%. So when everything was at 0, I was getting 4. So
Break down a little bit how insurance investing works for those who don't know.
It's more of like being your own bank kind of thing. You just start investing into insurance policies, whether it be, long-term insurance and, term life and stuff like that. Kind of like life insurance policies. And that's kind of the direction I go. I'm not fully invested in that realm, but that's kind of
Never done it.
what I've done.
anything about it.
It's like
From
being
life insurance?
and you can actually take money from those policies and go do things with them and then put the money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like having a 401k.
Yeah. I should
Yeah, you definitely should look into it. I'm
look into
going to send you a
Put it on.
contact
It's one of
after
those
the
things
episode.
you should do, like writing your will, but you just defer.
I'm assuming you don't got one of those either.
Down a will.
Okay.
And hopefully you don't have to get one for a while.
Gosh, I know my to-do list for this winter.
Yeah. When it's slow,
I
slow
was
season.
46 before I wrote my will.
Okay. Fair. So you've got
Okay.
time.
And I went through 2 heart surgeries prior to that.
No, just
I wonder what kickstarted
confidence.
the will.
Wasn't the heart surgeries.
Okay.
Full confidence in the surgeon there. Next option, bonds. Bond investing.
Bond investing, it's all where it matter where the yields are at. So I'd put that kind of around 3.
Round 3. A little bit better than insurance.
What
Yeah.
yields are you trying to get?
I like where they're at now. I liked them at 5. I don't really want them at 3. So
Where do I buy bonds? How do I get in?
it's through a website that I go through. Any like Charles Schwab,
Bond.
Charles Schwab,
Fidelity?
stuff like that. Fidelity. things
every
like that.
every broker has them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some will get you in.
Nice. Let's go with trucking companies next.
5.
Number
5.
5.
5 is because you got to know you have to know the transportation field. You have to know, and being I'm from the transportation field, was a trucker. I know what's going on with companies, UPS, FedEx, things like that. Like I bought in the UPS at $35, and I bought it the FedEx at $52 at the time, and stuff like that.
You mean stocks in their companies, or what do you?
Yeah, that's buy the stocks in the companies, but also I have a couple friends that own trucking companies, and I have money vested in with them. So it's kind of like a
Private investment
private
there.
investments.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
My parents' neighbor, shout out Willie, owns a couple of trucking companies. Wife's driving around in she drives a Mercedes, a nice little comfortable Mercedes during the week. And then she's got the Maybach. Is that how you say it? I'm gonna get flamed in the comments on the weekends. And when that thing rolls, when that thing rolls out of the garage, I'm like, ooh, it just looks so nice.
trucking pays very well. People don't realize it. You just think it's a
Yeah.
dumb person sitting behind a wheel driving up and down the road. No, sorry, folks. It's a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But
It can pay well.
It pays very well if you know how to do it.
6 digits.
I had a CEO of a company who was in the break room with the truckers, and we just started chatting one day. And every time I went back in, he started teaching me little bits and things about investing and how to get into stocks and bonds and stuff like that.
I have to do a whole. Nother...
It was a good learning lesson for me because I was very naive at the time. Everybody's like 401ks, this and this. I'm like, forget that. I don't care about 401ks. And I was like, that's stupid of me to say that at the time, but I was dumb until this guy walked in that room and I sat there and just listened to him. And just out of the blue, you just, it was just kind of one of those things that happened. And every time I go back there, I go see him.
Where do you rank stock investing? Just investing in stocks generally. Number 2. Why?
2 stocks, because you can, if you really start learning stocks and how businesses run, that's where you're going to learn how the businesses run and how capitalism works and stuff like that. And you'll understand that people will complain about Apple and greedy investor or greedy CEOs and yeah, are they getting paid a little too much? Yeah, probably. But in the end, you're still using this product. And guess what? You have a 401k.
While using it.
You have a 401k. You have something going on, and I guarantee that Apple's in that 401k somewhere.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're a stockholder. So I mean, it's.
I love all these anti-capitalism people. Go move to China, my man. Like, come on.
Exactly. So stocks. Once you can figure out the company, and the great thing is you get to listen to the calls, on the board calls and stuff like that, and when they're talking, and what the CEO is saying, and what they, think is going to happen. I mean, just CNBC alone, you just watch that. They give you a whole ton of information, and yeah, it's later information. You're not on, what you're getting, but still, you can still make good judgment calls on what to do and how to do it. So stocks definitely are right there.
What I struggle with is the FANGs, right? Is like it's Apple, Netflix, Amazon, yada.
Yeah.
They are, if you look at them versus the S&P 500, it's like FANGs just dominating.
Yeah.
But what I struggle with is like, are they not overpriced?
I think they're overpriced. I think they have been overpriced for a very long time. But
it's a bubble.
I think the stock.
I don't feel comfortable with the bubble.
I think the stock market's more of a bubble than the real estate
That's
market.
why I'm investing
really
heavily in real estate.
Sure.
I think it's way less risky than
Absolutely.
stocks.
No,
Hot take of the day.
A real estate will always, and yes, that's the number one. So
we were going to say, we have to ask it. We're going to say gold next.
Next. We were going to say silver, actually.
You could say that. How about wood?
Ooh,
I'll invest in wood.
Lumber?
Oh.
Yeah.
Lumber's taking
I don't know commodities well.
Lumber's taking a dip. And but that tariffs, yeah. But the stocks and businesses and things like that, I think, are overvalued right now. I just do. And
there's an index which is what's the index? It's like the total volume of the market versus the GDP.
The Russell,
the Russell index.
Is it the Russell?
It's some of those indexes. We're actually
someone can correct me if that's
we're
not
middle.
the right one.
We're not super high yet,
right?
But we're going up.
Yep.
So
yeah, you guys are over my head.
Index. There's an index. It's the total volume of the stock market, like the amount of money in it versus GDP.
No,
it's Warren Buffett's number one index.
Yep.
It's very.
If you look at what Warren Buffett does and you see where he's at going towards, you kind of gravitate towards whatever Berkshire Hathaway's doing. I mean, you just do. Because if he's buying a train, well, go invest in that train.
Right. It's probably going to be successful.
Come on.
It's not that complicated. It's
probably going somewhere good.
Even if you buy one stock.
Well, you can't.
I mean, it's just that.
With AI, you literally can't. There's an app that I have, Auto Trader.
See, AI fascinates me. That's a whole nother ball of wax.
Auto Trader just literally follows. Like Warren Buffett, obviously it's behind. It's delayed. So you're not only delayed on the calls that and then the calls again, but you're still trailing.
That's interesting.
With him. It's very interesting. It just automatically invests for you
at the right financial guy on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you're fired. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm going to replace you. Replace you with AI.
I'm joking.
Dang it. So why is real estate number one?
Real estate's number one because it's the most beneficial. And as you've stated, investing, whether you're investing in houses or you're investing in notes or you're investing in multifamily, you got to have real estate in your portfolio. You have to have it. Okay. Every successful person who has made their millions has real estate in their portfolio along with other things. Be diversified. You must be diversified, but real estate has to be in there. And I don't care if you buy a couple houses and you use them as rentals, your depreciation, your tax benefits, all of it. That real estate's where you should be at. And I don't care whether it's a good market, bad market, real estate's always moving. People will always need roofs over their head, just the way it is.
I love the active income in real estate, so I would echo that. It would be my number one as well. The results are in. Real estate comes in at number 1, stocks number 2, bonds number 3, insurance 4, and last up, the unique one for Steve, trucking companies.
Transportation.
Yeah, transportation.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. Steve, thanks for coming on the show. Before we let you out of here, we have a quick rapid fire segment that we do every single episode. Tyler, kick us off with your favorite question.
What is your favorite dinner spot in Indy?
Wolfie's Bar and Grill.
Which location?
96th Street. Right next to Peterson's. Both those locations. If I had to pick any place in Indy, it'd be either one of those locations. Matter of fact, you can find me at Wolfie's usually on Friday nights.
Why Wolfie's?
Because it used to be a bear bar, Chicago Bear Bar. And when I first moved here, it was one of the first places I ever went to. And the people in there are tremendous. The service is excellent. Food is just absolutely fabulous. They have a dry rub that is to die for, as far as I care. And they, to this day, I tell them, I've been going there for like 15 years. They need to put that on the market, and they definitely do. But when I walked in there the first time, it was just, they were nice people and everything. And I didn't walk back in for another 6 months after that. And the bartender behind the bar remembered what beer I drank and remembered my name. And that right there says it all.
Whoa.
That says
True locals.
it is. And they got multiple locations throughout the northern part up here.
I
So
like the one on Geist.
yeah, Geist is it. Geist over there. And
gorgeous.
yep, they picked that one up not too long ago, probably about 4 or 5 years back.
Yeah.
So
They're
but
coming to Pendleton too.
yeah, they are.
They're going
Absolutely. Yeah.
growing.
They've definitely done well for themselves, and definitely.
Well, next time you're in town, you got to try Wolfie's 96 location Friday night. You
Yep.
have a beer with Steve.
Yeah,
What is the
come.
beer of choice?
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
I'm easy. I'm a domestic guy. I don't go any of the
None of the
other
foo-foo
stuff.
beers
Miller
like
Man.
Tyler.
No.
I'll
I
do some Miller.
You'll do some
Especially
Miller,
on
but
the
you
race day.
Yep.
I'll put
Yep.
down some Millers.
Yep.
Spillers.
Some spillers. There you go.
They're usually good.
Yeah. What's one habit that's changed your life?
One habit that's changed my life. I really don't know. Kind of got me off guard on that one.
Yeah, we go real deep.
I don't know.
From Wolfie's to
I don't.
habits.
I don't habits.
Drinking Millers at Wolfie's.
Drinking Miller's there, Wolfies. There you go.
That's how
Habits that changed my life. Quitting cocaine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was probably, I still miss it to this day. This was a drug of choice, and I miss it to this day. But I'm glad I don't do it. So,
That's a good one.
but it definitely opened my eyes to watching my friends still continue on sometimes, and you watch people die and stuff like that. But I don't want to end this on that note.
Yeah. Last question for you. We're going deep again. What is an area of your life you're currently working on growing?
I'm actually looking at trying to tone myself down from being an aggressive individual and just bringing it down a couple notches. I need to do it. And I'm 55 years old. I thought the older I get, the more I'd calm down. Hell no. I can still be as aggressive as anything. This is if I was 25 years old. And I need to tone it down just a tad. And you know what's helping? It's kicking out squatters. Amazingly enough, because I walk into these houses and I don't go throwing them out the door or anything. I just walk in. I go, hey, folks, what's going on? Time to leave. We all are, you know the routine. Let's go. And everybody kind of gets up. I go, no police. We're just all going to all walk out. We're all going to be nice. You're going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. And we're just going to move along. You're not supposed to be here. Don't come back.
I was watching a video. I was showing my wife. It's like, hey, we have Steve on the episode, Grumpy Real Estate Investor, and showed the video last night of you. There's a woman like staying in a garage, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, listen to how calm he is.
She was half
Like
naked.
calm approach.
Yeah.
She was half naked.
And you're just like,
Dang.
yeah.
isn't it, what do you use? Do you use Jeffrey? Is that the name?
Yeah, Jeff's my name.
Jeff's the name. Yep.
Usually when it comes to any of the squatters, when I walk in, because I don't want to give them my real name because if they come back, they're going to say, Steve said I could stay here, right? When that police come or something like that. If I say Jeff and the police are with me, I don't know who Jeff is. I don't know what they're talking about. So,
who's Jeff?
I don't know who Jeff is. So
Do you come in locked, loaded?
no, I do not. And I don't advise anybody to do so. I don't say that you shouldn't bring something with you. Just don't be showing it. Keep it concealed. If you're going to do it, keep it concealed. Once you come walking in with weapons, game over. Because now you're threatening. If you just walk in as if, you're just coming in, and you walk in, you say, management company, and just do that. Once you say that, you're established. Yeah. Don't say police. Don't say anything, because one, you're not the police. And two, don't say anything, get out of here. What are y'all doing in there? You can't do that. You got to just come in, calm.
Treat them like a human.
Treat them like a human. Once you treat them like a human, that's all they're looking for.
And they know they're not
supposed to be.
Yeah. You just got to get the truth out of them.
Wow.
Jeff, management company.
I actually try to avoid my name as much as possible. I give it as a last resort. Yeah, and I did have another one where I had to get her out, and she stood up and just started peeing all over the place. And it's not that she was scared or anything. She was so whacked out and so on drugs that I was like, oh yeah, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Steve, thanks for coming on the show. Where can people
thanks for having me. People can find me at Steve Lehman, Grumpy Investor, Real Estate Investor, and phone number is 317-273-3552.
Awesome. This has been another episode of the Roots Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and come to our next Masterclass. Peace.